Crane! Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and I realize it's been a while since I did a full update on the collection here in the Makerspace, and it has grown significantly in recent days. I finally got around to adding all of the new blasters that I've acquired, and some years haven't expanded at all, others have expanded significantly. So, gonna go over what's up there and also what I still don't have. That'll be at the end. So, here we have the 1970s, starting with the Nerf ball in 1970. Then we've got the flying disc, the Super Ball, and two of the airplanes. All of those were in the 70s. For 84, we have the two Ghostbuster Marshmallow Popper blaster things. One of them I do intend to turn into a Proton Pack eventually, since that is where they got the name. Up here we have 89, 90, and of course 91. Those haven't changed. I think I had all of this the last time I did the expansion. If not, I have added a second one, and I got the original ammo expansion pack, which not only had 2 extra arrows, it also came with a clip, an extra clip that slid down over the top of the bow arm, so it gave you extra storage on the bow as well. So that was really cool. That came to me from Italy. Let's move on. Here, under the bad lighting, we have 92 and 93, and I don't think they have expanded much at all. This one, well, maybe, I don't know. This was the Hydro something or other. Might just be Nerf Hydro. It is both a ball blaster and some kind of a squirt gun blaster, so that is fascinating. I now have all of that year. There are still a couple of little ones, roughly this size, that I don't have yet in this year. Plus I added some non-Nerf ball blasters. The first flywheel blaster in the entire collection is this thing. It's a flywheel ball blaster. And these ones I'm pretty sure I already had. Might not have had the ammo on there yet, though. That came to me from Corporal Fusco of the Auxiliary. Very cool. Moving on. This very full year is 1994, and I still don't have everything. The only one that's been added recently was this little crossbow-looking thing up here. I think there's one more, maybe 2 more for this year that I'm still missing. Well, like I said, we'll go over that at the end. Here in the corner, we have 95 and 96. I have added the Batman Missile Blaster that I acquired, and there's a hilarious story behind that. Then also added this tiny little squirt gun. I don't have a lot of squirt guns on here, but this one was sent to me and it's old and tiny, and so I had room for it. And so I went ahead and put it up here. I also had to rearrange a whole bunch of things to get them all in here. You'll notice the crossbow now has prod, has the bow, the prod on it, which when the bow was sent to me by Corporal Fusco, it didn't have that, but I was able to acquire an auction that just had all of the parts that usually get removed when somebody upgrades one of those. So that's where I got that. Now, 96 has been expanded. I added the disc launcher thing up here, as well as this shield thing. I got a Mighty Ducks, one of those little helicopter launcher things. I found that around Christmas. This weird dart thing, it fires the translucent suction cup rubber dart thing, so... All right, here we have 97 and 98, and I think the only one that's been added recently, I could be wrong because I don't remember the last time I did this update, was this one, which is a weird one. You pull the cord and it cycles it's a cylinder, and as you pull the cord, it rotates and fires. So if you pull the cord all the way, it fires the entire cylinder. It's really kind of cool. There is also... this weird thing. I will have to do a video on this one just because of how weird it is. I still haven't any idea what the ammo for this thing is. If anybody knows, let me know. It's an air-powered blaster. The handle is the pump. It's got 2 cylinders and tapered shells, and I just have no idea what it does. Now we're into 99 and 2000, and this is where there were some additions. I don't know if I had this one before, but it is a combination dart blaster squirt gun. The top bit rotates around, and in this configuration it fires darts, you rotate it around, and it fires water, both of them using the same pump. It's fascinating. This one I think was also new. It is one of those ring vortex blasters. I also got the original Nerf, basically the precursor to the reactor, So that one was neat. And obviously the more darts, I think all the rest of those were on there before. If not, as you can see, I've got a bunch of them. Over here, we do have some new stuff. I got this weird slingshot thing. I had no idea if it existed. There's one more out there that I don't have. There is, this one is also a combination squirt gun dart blaster. The barrel rotates, and that's how it switches. This is another one of those ring vortex launchers, but it's a revolver. It's a 6-shot revolver, and is fascinating. This is some sort of a Nerf computer game blaster, like a Nintendo Zapper, but for Nerf and for computers. Again, I think the rest of those were already there. Here in the corner, we have 2001 and 2002, and they have also been significantly added to. We have the Light Storms LS1 and LS2 that were recently featured in Forgotten Nerf. We got the Supermax something. I don't remember what number it is. 250 or 350 or something like that. That one got added. And the double, or whatever this thing is. It's another weird bow one that I got from Fusco. At least I think I got it from Fusco. I hope I got it from Fusco. Nothing new here. Already had this whole line. I do have the Nerf pen now, and I got the ball blaster from the AirTech line. So nothing terribly fancy there. In 2003 and 2004, there are a couple of additions. I got the Energon blaster. That one came to me all the way from Australia. Judd brought it with him, and that is just awesome. Also picked up this Busby thing. I'm not sure. I don't remember where that one came from, but it is weird because it's like a reactor. You pump it, it's a hamp, it fires balls, but then this blue tube up here, when you pull the trigger, it's got a strobe light in it that is like a camera flash bulb that just serves to annoy you and potentially give you a seizure. It's just unpleasant. Over here we have the Busby knockoff reactor, which is interesting. We also have this weird thing that I found in my bin. I've had it for many, many years. Someone at the WSU HVZ found it and gave it to me. I also do now have the Blue Scout, which I didn't know was a thing, but that somebody sent me, so that is cool. The Scout on this side is attached to the Titan, which is where the Scout goes, but I can't do it on this side because Titan's facing the wrong way and I didn't want to flip it over because I like the symmetry here. So that's that here. All right, between 2006 and between 2005 and 2006, the only notable addition was the Mech 6, which was a hopper-fed flywheel blaster from Busby. Very similar to the Triple Mech, which fires both discs, darts, and balls, all from their own hoppers. So that one's fascinating. Might be some Busby ones that weren't here the last time I showed up the wall. These ones, they were some I was looking for, and then I found them on a Goodwill run. And of course the Lego bow that's still up there because the Lego room isn't built, and I may keep it out here anyway just because I like it here. And last but certainly not least, we have 2007, which I also think hasn't been added to. I have everything from this year, so yeah, that is that's the main collection. There are some smaller ones around now that I'm going to show off. Luchathor 13 donated these to the Makerspace because he acquired them but then didn't want to modify them, and so he felt they should go here. So I've got both of the small soldiers blasters and 3 of the pistols, which is nuts that many even exist. And they're all here now. These aren't exactly part of the collection, but they were recently sent to me by a fan, and they're just so gosh darn cool. So they got their own place on the wall as well. Very cool. All right, now the slideshow of the blasters that I'm still looking for. There aren't very many of them, and some of them I know are going to be hard, if not impossible, to acquire, but I'm going to show them off anyway, in the off chance that somebody out there has one sitting in a bin that they didn't realize, and they might be willing to part with it, whether out of charity or for the love of cash. Here we go.